turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready? 50, plant.
53, Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Costello drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this throw caught left side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go! 10-2 soft. X3. 218, chop.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Kill.
49. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Check.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. Hey!
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike
6-6. Bullet high. Get it.
On third down, Costello. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in Play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. 6-yard. Check 55. Mike. And I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you. Undercut.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Let's go.
On the ready. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up a throw. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check the hot read. Watch the eye.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Costello. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Let's go. Go. Number 53. Hey. I'm coming for you, son. 53 the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Ready. 55, Mike 55. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Check 13. Check it. Hey, alert 3. Check.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do it.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38.
Check 15. Check 15.
Look, squeeze. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Out.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears. Check. Deep rip.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw on second down. Costello. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard carry brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 6-yard line.
Tight dog. X3. 218. Chopper. Wide. Ready. Deuce. Watch twist.
On second down, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now back to throw. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 49-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Check curls, check curls. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill.
Off the bootleg. Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Logan Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Watch your slack,
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, Washington. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Seibert on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On play action, they'll throw. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll drop to throw. Open man is QT, complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kiki QT, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hey, Orbit. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Costello. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Costello, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Looking to throw. Costello looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down New Orleans. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Second and 5. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
Hey, check.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Second and 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 21 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, son.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Come on, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Second and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Let's put that team on.
Second and 4. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
19 yards there on the catch and run. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Operating from the gun, Costello. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Von Bell. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? As the scouting...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Looking to throw.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a desperate, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Costello taking a shot for Samuel. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw, and this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?